Good morning, guys. Hello. So for this video, I am going to make pancakes. Woo-hoo! So my grandpa, Papa Bill, is gonna teach me how to make pancake for this video. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoy.
Jemima pancake mix in, and yeah, maybe a little bit more. And if you make too much, you can refrigerate it, put plastic wrap on it, and save it for the next time. About that much. You can measure this, but it's easier just to do it by eyeball.
Got it. So 8 ounces?
Yeah, about that. That's a good amount. Then I use the other measuring cup. Throw water in it, and use a whisk. So you pour a little water in, just enough to wet the top of it a little, and you start mixing it. That's not enough water, of course, because it's all lumpy and hard, but you don't want to put too much in right away. So then pour a little more in, and then just mix it all up. And this is still pretty thick, so we'll add more water, but let me mix it first and get it well mixed. Then we can add more water to make it the right consistency. Because this is pretty darn thick stuff right now. So you want a little bit more water. So you add a little bit more water and mix it in. That's probably a pretty good consistency. If you make it thicker, they'll be really fat, doughy pancakes. If you make it thinner, they'll be flatter, thinner. But this is about the right consistency. This will still rise up. So that's it for a few minutes. Cook it on a non-stick skillet. To lubricate it, about that much. You don't even really need that, but I just put it in there to make sure. And then just sort of spread it around. You're still going to let that sit for a few more minutes. Pour it in the middle. I kind of push the oil off to the side, so it's not in the middle of the pan. Then you pour. About that much in, and so it doesn't drip. I always wipe this thing off so it's not making a mess. Then you just wait, and if you watch it, it'll start forming bubbles on it. This is just barely starting to cook on the bottom right now. So usually the best way to kind of judge it, you almost wait until the top is starting to dry. See, right now it's still wet. It's popping bubbles. And pretty soon you'll have nothing but a bunch of little holes all around where the bubbles have popped, and it's kind of solid. And this is still too early to flip it. But you can see it's starting to dry up around the edges where it's not liquid so much.
Yeah, I see this.
You can also kind of take a peek under the edge and just lift it up a little bit. See, it's still very pale. You want it to be a little more brown than that, so a little bit longer time. And that's the hard part, is waiting.
Oh, this part is getting dry.
Yeah, it is. You can check it again. Just lift it up gently. See, it's starting to turn kind of pale. So a little bit more if you want it darker. But all around the edges, it's already starting to dry up. Just a little liquid in the middle. That's pretty well crowned. You kind of take it and flip it over.
Wow.
And then just leave that one. Now it's not going to screw up. Well, if you flip it over again, it's still liquidy in the bottom, but you just leave it in there for a while. Get yourself a plate to put it on. And usually the first ones come out lighter, and as you go along, it'll get darker because the pan gets hot.
Oh, okay.
So if you waited longer to let the pan get hot, they'd be darker from the beginning. But the next one will probably end up being a little darker looking. Yeah, that's probably about good enough that way.